How's everyone doing? Great. I can halfway speak now, so I'm good. Good to talk to you guys. I got a few extra days.
The success you found in the red zone and with Jimmy Graham and sort of the touchdown production he's shown over the last few games.
Well, I think he's top in the league in that, I believe, something like that. But he's just he's Jimmy Graham. He's great. He's making great plays and he's doing his thing. He's finding a way to get into the end zone. And we're trusting with that. And we have a lot of great players making a lot of great plays. And that's the truth. I think with our offense right now, guys are really catching the ball at a high level and making crazy plays because that's what they do every day. And from the receivers to the tight ends, and even the running backs, they're doing a great job.
Are you surprised the attention or hubbub?
Surprised about what? Sorry.
The concussion protocol issue and you going back to play and all that. Are you surprised at the attention that's gotten?
Yeah, I think that the league's got to do what they got to do, and obviously it's really important for player safety and everything like that. I was completely fine, just my jaw got busted up pretty good, as you guys can see. But we're cooperating and doing everything we can to make sure that we do it the right way. That's how we always try to do it, and so that's all.
What did Anderson tell you when to send you off the field?
That's a whole bunch of stuff we got that we talk, Walt did a good job. Everything was fine, and so we'll talk about that with the league and stuff like that.
You said your jaw got busted up. Did you actually have a fracture in your jaw?
No, I didn't. I got images and everything like that. Sure enough, I was lucky. I was pretty close. The doctor was like, "Man, any harder, you probably had to wire your mouth shut." So that was a good thing that didn't happen.
You were wearing some sort of mouth guard. It seemed like you posted a video that
yeah, I had to wear this basically like a splint almost. Basically a hard mouth guard. Which would reset my jaw a little bit and make me feel good again and speak to you guys again.
How many days did you wear that?
Well, a few days really. Basically the game was on Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I was pretty sore, and then tons of ice and treatment and all that. So I feel good now.
Milkshakes and liquid diet.
Yeah, the first 2 days, really the first 2.5, 3 days, I couldn't really eat anything. I just doing smoothies and all that kind of stuff.
Was it hard? You said it was hard to talk to.
Yeah, it was very hard to talk. Yeah, it hurt pretty good.
How's it doing now?
I'm good. I'm fine. It's good, and like I said, I got tons of meds and everything else, so I'm good now.
Have you ever had anything like that before, or taken a hit like that before?
Not to my jaw. No, I'm taking a couple of hits, but it just kind of, like I said, it kind of reset my jaw. I had to reset it again, and I'm good to go. Maybe talking on the side of my mouth for the rest of the year, but I'll be all right.
The connection with Jimmy, going back to that, is just a matter of you guys are just passing more, so everyone's getting more opportunities, including him, to
Well, I think we always have been very efficient. I think we always want to be opportunistic and make our plays, and I think that really what it is our mesh. With Jimmy and I have been putting tons of work in, and we've always had high expectations and everything else, and we believe in each other and what we're doing and our offense and the guys that we have, from Doug to Tyler to P. Rich to everyone else. And so for us, it's all the hard work just paying off, all the hard work in the off season, all the hard work right now, even during season, and great things happen when you put the work in. And so, we still got ways to go. We're excited about where we are right now, but in terms of clicking and everything else and the chemistry, but we still got a lot more things we want to accomplish and things we want to do, and it's one play at a time, over and over again.
What do you see out of the Atlanta defense? You've obviously played them a couple times in the last year, but what are they doing right now?
Well, their defense looks great. I mean, really, they're coached really well. Coach Quinn and Marquand really have those guys coached up really well. They're playing fast. They got a lot of fast guys. I mean, you think about the corners, they're really running well. They think about the linebackers run well, and the defensive linemen even too. You look at Beasley on film, and he's running all over the place, making plays, and so a lot of that is I think they're coached really well, but I also think they have a lot of tremendous talent. And so for us, we just have to make our plays, be consistent, keep our drives alive. Find ways to run the football at an efficient rate, and when we have our chance to make our game-altering plays, we got to make them.
Does it look like playing against yourself out in practice here because of the?
Yeah, it's definitely very similar. They have some different nuances and everything else, but it's definitely very similar. But every game, every practice, everything dictates itself. sometimes you think you know what you're going to get, and you just play the play. You know, you don't overthink it. You just trust your eyes, trust what you see, and play ball.
What's it like knowing you're playing a game with a guy who had 6 sacks last week? Does that what kind of goes through your mind when you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the game, Arizona versus the Cowboys, and not Arizona. Sorry, I mean Atlanta versus the Cowboys. We were in Arizona, and Atlanta versus the Cowboys, and you see Claiborne making so many plays, and just the things that he was doing, So he had a great game. That was one of the best games I've seen in a long time from a defensive lineman. So that was pretty fun to watch, actually, just watch him make plays. Hopefully he doesn't do that against us.
What'll it be like, I guess, not having Richard just kind of, I mean, I guess maybe he'll be on the sidelines or whatever with you, but just sort of just not having him be a player and all that?
Yeah, it was super unfortunate that we don't have, Rich. He's the heart and soul of our team. He's a guy who's put in so many great plays, so much great work, every practice, everything that he's done over his career so far. And he was in here today, and just he's super positive. He's a guy that really uplifts his teammates, and so we're definitely going to miss him out there. You can't replace Richard Sherman. Like I said, he's a Hall of Fame corner, a guy who can do everything. And so we're going to have to just fill in the space and do as much as we can to find ways to win.
So what was his mood like today when you talked to him?
He was good. I think that I think he understands it's part of the game, unfortunate part of the game, the part that's really, really unfortunate. The thing about Richard Sherman, he has no regrets in how he plays. He has practiced every day. He's played as hard as he can every play, no matter what the score, no matter how much we're up or down by, no matter what the circumstances are. He's given his all for his teammates and for his family and for himself. And I think ultimately that's what you love about him. That's what you respect, and that's why it's going to be heartbreaking not to have him out there. But I know he'll be fully supportive and be great, for us and throughout the week and in the games.
Hey Russ, have you got much feedback on your Houdini play from friends and other players?
Yeah, I Houdini play. I think there's been a couple people say a few things, but I think that for me it's just giving guys chances to make plays and trusting that they're going to make the plays. God's gifted me with the talent, and everything else, but I want to continue to use that as much as I can and let guys do the things that they do best. So Doug Baldwin, he's a superstar, and so to give him a chance, why wouldn't I?
When you do that kind of stuff, it looks like you're playing background football. It looks very natural. But yesterday, Darryl said that you know what you're doing and sort of how you maybe manipulate the chase after you sort of thing. How do you kind of work on things that are just so seemingly on the fly?
Well, I think you have to have an imagination. I think you have to visualize. I think you have to be able to get away too. That's a big part of it. You have Chandler Jones and Tyrann Mathieu chasing after you. It's never a good thing. And then you have to have that trust with the guys, and I think that we really work on it. Do I work on that play in particular, spinning out and everything else? A little bit, I do. I can't say I don't. I work on it, at times, but I think a lot of it's just knowing spatially where everyone is, and knowing where they're going, what they're trying to do, and at the end of the day, trying to keep plays alive. Trying to find ways to win.
They added Mike Davis to the running back mix. What have you kind of gotten to know about Mike?
Yeah, Mike looks great. He's had a great week of practice. He's, he can do everything you want him to do. He's very, very confident. He's played before. He's calm as can be. He's gonna do a great job for us.
Anything else?
Actually, Russ, just the excitement, just the whole idea of the Seahawks playing on the big stage, Monday Night Football. I know that really excites you, obviously.
Oh, yeah, it's just another game. Every game's a good game. Every game's exciting. But I think for us, I thank God every day I get to play the game. So this is going to be another opportunity for us to go out and show what we can do. And every opportunity you get is a good opportunity.
Russ, people are making big deal out of the numbers that 85, 82% of the yards are just from you personally. Do you feel that? Do you feel physically like it's burdening you?
Is what?
Is it burdening you? Yeah.
No, not at all. I think we got to do what we got to do to win. I think that's what I'm here for is to help our team win, and that's what every player is here for, and that's what we're trying to do. It's really about us and us finding ways to win. And I think you know, it's definitely not me. It's a lot of guys making a lot of plays and doing special things, and defense playing great, and guys playing tough as nails, and just believing. A lot of it's a lot of belief and a lot of hard work. It's really not complicated. And so, you know, yes, God's gifted me with talent, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of guys making a lot of great plays too as well, and believing in that, and believing in each other, and having, you know, no fear.
Anything else?
Thank you guys. Go Hawks.